Right folks, JD here, and thanks to our friends at RC Moments for sending us this fantastic quadcopter. This is the Visuo Siluroid. Okay, let's open her up and have a little look inside. So, upon opening, I've taken out this little piece of plastic here. Not for you to think it doesn't come with one, it does. There should be a little bit of plastic on top of here, but I wanted you to actually see the beauty of the quadcopter as we open up took the top of the box off. So let's just take everything out. So we've got the quadcopter, we've got the transmitter, and underneath this plastic insert we have got the user manual, and we have got another little pack of accessories in there. So let's just fold this away. Okay, so let's look at the quadcopter. So this is what we've got. This is a folding quadcopter, and it's styled very much on the DJI Mavic, I believe. It certainly looks as if it is anyway. The nice sort of polygonal sort of shapes on the top of the quadcopter. These are carried through on the bottom as well. I think this quadcopter is very shapely and stands out very well. So in order to extend the arms, all you do is you just pull out the arms. There's no mechanism, there's no button to push down. All you do is push them out and click them in. Now that, if you notice, that takes quite a bit to do. And again, that's not going anywhere unless you really push. So the arms fold out and properly click into place, and therefore they are locked. This is what she looks like, totally extended. Really nice looking quadcopter. It's got a little camera in the front of it here. Now this camera lens does move ever so slightly, not a lot as you can see, but it does move slightly if you wanted to get a better angle of your shots, and if you were in a faster speed mode and the quadcopter was dipping a little bit too much. We've got two lights on the front, two red LEDs here. Let me see if I've got any battery. Yep, there we go. So we've got two red LEDs on the front, give it that sort of insectoid look, I think. And also we've got two green LEDs at the front, two red LEDs at the back as well. So all in all, this should be able to light up the sky quite nicely. Right, let's turn that off. Oh, also, there's a little blue LED inside here. Now that's where the SD card goes. So you have an option to record directly to a smart device, or you can just put an SD card in and record directly on that. So let's turn that off. Now, as we're looking at the underside, let's look at this battery. This battery is modular and just pulls out. Now this battery is giving us 900 milliamp hour, 3.7 volts, and it's micro USB chargeable. So to pop it back in, just slide it in, and there's a definite click, and as you can see there, the battery is most definitely inside the quadcopter there, and it's not coming out. Also, as we're looking at the underside, let's look at these rubber bungs. Now, these are the landing gear. There's quite a nice amount of plastic here with a rubber bung at the end. Now this rubber bung isn't just stuck on, this is really inside this plastic arm here. It feels as if it's totally inside you, not just stuck onto the end. So I'm hoping that after one landing that isn't going to come off. So as you can see, there are a couple of bolts here as well holding on the arms, so I'm going to be checking those before the pre-flight checks. Likewise, checking all these little screws as well to make sure that they're all done up nice and tight. So let's just fold these arms back in. Okay, and let's do the other side as well, and then we can have another little look at the front of it. So this is what she looks like. She looks quite mean. But you see what I mean? I think it does look a lot like the DJI Mavic. In its colour, in its shape, in its body style. It's quite aerodynamic. It's got a nice little curve to the front here, and the curve extends down the back until you get down to the base here where it curves in dramatically. All in all, that really does look nice, and the gold and the black coloration really does go well together. So that's the quadcopter. Battery, it takes about 1 hour and 30 to 1 hour and 50 to charge. Micro USB, as I said, you do get one in this pack, so there's no problem there. If you shouldn't you have one in the house. That's the quadcopter. Let's have a look at the transmitter. As you all know, I do like my game controller-esque transmitters because I play a few games. And I find the game controller style fits in your hand really nicely, fits quite snug, and also with these little pads as well. Even though they're smooth plastic, but I find it does give you a nice bit of control, and it does fit in your hand. Look at that, really nicely. Okay, there's one thing about this transmitter that I haven't come into contact with any other transmitter before. Watch this. There's your FPV boom. It extends up, phone fits inside there. Doesn't come off, just clips back in. That, I love that. Honestly, I think out of all of this, I think that's the best feature, because there's so many times where I either have gone up to fly the quadcopter, and I'm quite a forgetful guy, so I've often forgot to include the FPV boom in the bag that I carry before I go up and I fly. I've got to come home and grab it. Or the antenna snaps a little bit, or the circle a bit which fits over the top of the antenna, that snaps a little bit, or the plastic starts to give way, and then you don't really want to trust your phone inside there. But with this, look at that, and it's proper hinged as well, so that's not coming off at all. Now, that's the first thing about this transmitter I like. The second is that every single button, bar the D-pad down here, has got either a very explanatory picture or actually has words on the shoulder buttons to tell you. So as you can see, there's no altitude hold by the look of it. There is takeoff, landing and stop buttons here. You've got your D-pad, we'll find out what that does in a bit, as well as you've got your on and off button. You've got headless mode, you've got return to home, take photo, record video. Perfect, really simple, really easy. And also, as I said, on the corner, on the shoulder buttons here, you've got speed change and you've got flip as well. That's really nice. All in all, it looks very, very good. At the back, take off the battery cover. 3 AA batteries fit in there. Right, this transmitter does not allow USB charging, so you are going to have to buy shop bought or pre-charged to go in here before you fly. So that's the transmitter. Very, very nice. Now, inside this bag, what have we got? We've got the USB charger. We've got four spare blades, little screwdriver should you need it, just to tighten up the screws on the quadcopter, as well as we've got 4 propeller guards as well. Now these propeller guards, as you know, I'm not a fan of them, but I think these have probably got to be some of the easiest I've seen, and that's because they don't screw in, they clip in. So if you are to put them on, I'll show you for anybody that does buy the quadcopter, and if anybody does want to use them. So once the arm is extended, so as you can see, there's a blanking panel on the front here. See it? Slightly different colour black. So all you do is you pry this off. There we go. There's the little blanking plate that comes off inside there. Now the slot is empty. All you've got to do is clip that in. And that's it. That's in. That's not coming out. And to release it, push it down and pull it. And that's it. Very nice, very simple. It does mean you can take the quadcopter to its destination where you're going to fly, and then you can assemble it with these should you want to. So there are 4 of those in there as well. Alright, so far we've looked at the quadcopter, we've looked at the transmitter and the accessory bag. Now there's just the user manual. Now the user manual, I don't normally go into a lot of detail with it, as it's down to every person, you know, if they want to read this. I recommend that you do, if it only be for one thing, and that is the QR codes in order to get the application to install it on your smartphone in order to use the FPV function of the device. Obviously, as I said, there is an SD card slot in there, does not come with SD, so you are going to have to provide your own, and I should imagine that you'd be able to record directly onto that as well, but it should say inside this manual whether or not you can do that. So there we are, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.